Do you know what's great in life? Instagram growth tutorials. Do you know what's even better? Coffee. Today we're gonna go over 4 reasons why Alexis Ren, the infamous model on Instagram, grew to her millions and millions of followers with a coffee tutorial. Let's get started. Mom, what do you need?
I need this one.
All right, we're on a mission. What is up, Dharma Nation? Today, we're going to talk about an Instagrammer, of course. We're on a mission today to also get groceries at the same time. We're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So last episode, I will link it below. I did a Rice Scum review edition on how he grew his social media. Today we're gonna review Alexis Ren. To be honest, guys, you know how I say like the reason why you grow on Instagram is either talent or some wisdom marketing technique? Well, like Alexis is just like a combination of everything. It's like not practical to base your success off of like every single supermodel, but we're gonna dive right in. By the way, the mission for today is getting milk. My mom wants milk. So as we're going there, I will talk about how Alexis Ren grew on Instagram. And proof, it's like a really freaky technique that her agency used. Who is Alexis Ren? Alexis Ren is an Instagram model with 11 million followers, that's what I meant. And then she's actually just growing really fast, and she used to date a guy named Jay Alvarez. The reason why I mentioned who she dated is because it had a huge role in her success. They did break up, and they still are both very successful, and that's how it contributed to her success, which I will get into. If you're new here, my name is Jay Dharma Wangza. I post videos here every single day because I'm obsessed with helping you grow in social media, and I do this every single day. So like, subscribe if you'd like. Honestly, it truly means the world to me, and I'd really appreciate it. I'm like really ahead of the line. Okay. So Alexis Ren actually kind of started Instagramming before the algorithm, right? She's been on Instagram for a while. Hey, I'm trying to find a video of Alexis Ren to show you guys, but like literally if I show it to you, I will get demonetized. So we're just gonna like... So I looked on her social blade, and it looks like she's growing really steadily. I don't think like anyone bought her followers, but there is a sketchy technique I'm seeing with proof. Alexis Ren is pretty successful. She has her clothing brand already now, like I think it's an activewear brand. She's probably making a lot of money. So the way to describe the content she creates, it's like, how do I explain it? It's just like she dances naked a lot, okay? So if you guys are into that, but like she's actually just like a swimsuit model. You could say model. Is model a good word for this? I actually did a lot of research because I was filming this content for the app. My app is launching this year. It's all about how to grow your Instagram and personal brand journey. So I was filming content for it, and actually I went over Alexis Ren, and I thought I'd share it out with you guys since the Rice Gum video did really well. Alexis dated another Instagram model named Jay, as I said earlier. They both have in combination a few million followers, but they both again started when there was not that much competition. They started in 2014, 15. It's just all like before the algorithm, and they were like the first people to establish like Instagram modeling. Like you don't have to be assigned to an agency to model. Like they were just like doing their own thing. I think most of their success was contributed to the fact that they were first ones. Like they were basically one of the first people to establish that industry and like travel photography too. And because they were dating, and because they were just such, and you combine them together, it was basically like a collab made in heaven. Like they were dating, and it was like a collab every single day. They took photos a lot together. They're kind of scandalous. Got the likes, they got the views, they got the attention of people because they were kind of like the first few people to do it. Then they broke up. So one of the things though I wanted to point out that might shock you. So if you go ever search on like Alexis Ren fan accounts, there's a lot of fan accounts, and I'm not saying she doesn't have genuine fans, but it's a little suspicious because literally it's like Alexis Ren fan 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all of them have like 250,000 followers, and it's not that it's like it can't happen, but it's a little suspicious. Oh my god, there's a cop behind me. Fuck. There's a cop behind me. I'm so scared. I feel like, is vlogging illegal? I can't tell if vlogging's illegal. Okay, he's gone. No, he's right there. Ah! Oh shit, sorry. Does anyone else sometimes get really nervous, especially when you're vlogging and driving and there's a cop behind you? Because that's freaking scary. We're getting milk from my mom, by the way. So Alexis Ren has like a lot of fan accounts, and I don't really think twice when I hear this like theory. There's proof that like this is probably super real. It was originally just like a concept, but I think there's so much proof behind it. So basically these fan accounts are made by Alexis Ren, or like her PR agency. They basically buy a lot of followers and post pictures of her to pretend like they're fake fan accounts. Every day the software, or the Instagram bot, is basically interacting with potential fans and just like liking and commenting, because if you ever like go on a fan account, or like someone that's a fan account follows you, you kind of look at their posts, and of course you look at their posts and then you look at who the pictures are, and of course it's gonna tag Alexis Ren, which drives traffic right back to her main account. So that was one of her strategies, and I think it's quite realistic, honestly. Found the milk. Ooh, okay, I've heard really good about like those nut pods. This looks pretty good. Okay, let's try it. So I'm feeling coffee. You guys know I'm super picky and I don't like coffee from anywhere. So we're gonna try a DIY version with a little bit of cold brew and the freaking creamer I just got, like this freaking nut pod. I know it's like sounds like a weird name, but like this sounds magical with the freaking cold brew. We got the coffee. I literally asked for a cup of ice. I got the nut pod, which is like a dairy-free creamer. Like I'm so brutally honest with my coffee. It hurts. Here's the tutorial on how to make my coffee. I'll get back to Alexis Ren, don't you worry. I just want to give you value, and this is important, okay? This is so good. It's so thick and creamy. 10 out of 10. Make sure you use a lot. It's not cheap. I thought I was gonna save money from this. I actually spent more money. I could have got regular coffee. So there's actually multiple theories or things I've looked into on why Alexis grew. The first one I just mentioned was the fan account thing, which I think is probably the most true. Second thing was, we went over Jay Alvarez and her, like she basically kind of uses followers, or like I guess they use each other's followers to grow really well. So the third thing I think Alexis is really good at is creating, let's say, content that's really intriguing. Well, like she is a model and she posts like a lot of videos of her like dancing like naked, and I guess people really like that. If you can do that, I'm sure you'll get Instagram famous. The real question is like, how far do you want to go? For the mentality of like young girls, like obviously they're inspired by her, or like maybe they like her body for fitness motivation since she is a model, and then you can also look at guys who just really think she's hot. I feel like there's her like niche is so broad, like she can attract a lot of people, and her content is like 10-second videos of her dancing, which is like loopable. And I always mention this, but like loopable content or like bingeable content is the best type of form. I think the fourth thing I want to mention that I also said briefly earlier, like I just want to say, like Alexis like started before the algorithm. She was already big before the algorithm. When you're already good before, you know, the updates and the platform changes, it's most likely that it's a lot. It was easier to start back then. Like a lot of you guys are starting like in 2017 or right now, like you even haven't started, and like it's gonna be easier to start today than tomorrow. It was easier to start yesterday than today, but it's gonna be harder to start tomorrow than today. Does that make sense? Like I feel like every day, Instagram and YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, it's just gonna keep updating their platform, making it sure that the user is happy, not you. Like Instagram's not a place for your followers to see your posts. Like Instagram is a place for their platform to be more actively used. Like if you guys don't realize, everyone's wondering if Instagram's gonna go back to a chronological feed, and I'm just like, no, they're not, because they're making more money than ever by having the algorithm. Because I'm not sure if you guys agree, but the algorithm is quite nice when you think about it. If it's done right, like it's recommending photos to you, it's recommending things you'll like. Alright guys, I'm gonna go back home. I have to do my to-do list for March, and I will show you guys tomorrow. It's gonna be quite long. I have to make so much more content for the application, just because I'm kind of like the lone wolf. Like it's just me right now, so it's time to grind. And I have a lot of stuff with coaching calls and new client works, and I'm doing some merchandise for you guys, so I'm creating that on top of everything, on top of daily YouTube videos. It's hard, okay? It's a Sunday, and I'm getting this up to you when I could be sleeping on my ass, okay? Are you kidding me? I am not gonna slack off on a weekend. If this is just a side rant, but like people have so many goals and ambitions, which is great. But like, what are you gonna do when you don't even work on the weekends? Like, I'm not talking about everyone, but the people that are like, I wanna make $1 million next year, and you're like sleeping, get off your butt, Domination, just some love. After you watch this video, I know it's really hard to grow as an Instagrammer looking at so many successful people, but the one thing I want you to realize, it's not practical to compare yourself to a supermodel with a giant PR agency behind her. I always say this and everyone's like, how do I grow like this? How do I grow like him, her, nah. I'm just telling you, you can't compare yourself. It's gonna drag you down, and I'd rather see you just implement now and figure it out as you go. You're gonna be paralyzed and suffocated by looking at someone else's success when you can't compare yourself. It's like comparing freaking like, I don't even know, like you're comparing Beyonce to like J Wongsa. Just kidding. So don't even be hard on yourself. You guys are freaking impatient. So Domination, much love, but get off your butt and let's work together. I love you all so much. Make sure you like this video if it's good for you. Shout out to the comment winner.
Shout out to the comment winner. Comment on this post to be featured in the next episode.
Comment below your favorite video on my channel so I can know which ones to make more of. If you like the storytime videos of people's success, I will have more coming out for you for the personal brand ad. It's going to be basically a lot of stories. So request people you want me to kind of scope down and expose. It's going to be good. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye. Also, check out my new podcast. I keep like plugging myself, but seriously, a podcast with my friend Rains from Lativia, and he's also a marketer and influencer on social media, and it's so funny. It's the funniest podcast I've ever made, and it doesn't make sense, which might be fun. It's a 40-minute podcast. Check it out. Link below. Peace out. And catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.